Moin Moin! Sache runter. Hallo zusammen. Der Tablet hat gerade rumgesponnen, also mein Steam Deck. Oh, hier liegt jetzt Kram rum, Mann, Güte. Alles im Weg. So. Okay, dann legen wir mal los. Ich muss ein bisschen mal rumrückeln hier. Unglaublich blöd an meinem Platz gerade. So. Ich wundere mich gerade irgendwie einen trockenen Hals die ganze Zeit. Ich muss irgendwie, oder besser Frosch im Hals. Und dann husten. So, dann gehen wir hier rein. Ins Spiele. Was ist das hier? Ja. So, da haben wir es doch. Wo ist mein Controller? Da ist mein Controller. Wink.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit.
Moment. Da. Gibt es mehr. Okay, wir haben hier aufgehört, stimmt. Das kann das werden.
As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end.
Jo, das war da wohl.
That escalated quickly. Maybe
Really?
discretion was the better part of valor here.
Ja, wir haben ja keine Diskussion hier da. Mann.
Let's put a pin in this for now.
So, okay. Haben wir noch eine andere Möglichkeit oder muss ich das mal suchen? Ich glaube, ich muss suchen. Hier, einen Struggle kann man machen. Das ist eine gute Idee. Da muss ich ein paar Sachen suchen. Oh, das hier ändern wir mal ein Struggle. Was sehen wir mal da lang?
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He
Okay.
felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Natürlich.
The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
Okay. I finished with the jar and mess of last night. Okay. Schon wieder Marmeladebank. Okay, also müssen wir die ausliefern. Okay. Was mit Rollergasse passiert, das wissen wir auch nicht. Stadt? Wahrscheinlich. Wahrscheinlich aber nicht. Okay, dann die vor Tür gelassen. Mhm. Okay, so ein bisschen Tolerin bekommt eine. Und mit Frau Fadinelli auch noch. Okay. Ein bisschen Nuncreed. Und ein bisschen mehr, okay. Mehr Marmelade, okay. Okay, also der kriegt auch noch was. Ja, gut, die beiden kriegen jetzt zuerst. Okay. Wir sprechen da nicht drüber? Na super. Wo du gehst, hör das mal aus. Okay. Alles ein Problem, das gelöst werden muss? Treffen, alles klar. Aber das geht mich nicht an. So, und wir gehen auf unsere Reise. Oh, hallo, du bist ja wieder da. Oh, da ist er da. Okay, Roxy hat er mich gebraucht. Hast du Wahres geschafft? Ja, was hast du gefunden? Da war noch irgendwas, okay, aha. Das ist ein Alien. Ich glaube, Aliens nein. Zombies auch nicht. Alien-Zombies, klar. Okay, ich muss es ausliefern. Okay, wirklich mehr drüber. Kinder. Natürlich. So, wir gehen aber raus. Ausliefern. Moment, kurz niesen. So, weiter geht's. Okay, sind alle raus. Wir sind hier. Pass auf, okay, Verzeihung. Käferfamilie, missing.
Luca checked the soles of his sandals.
Okay. Käfer sind verschwunden. Sounds fishy. Guck mal da. Treppe, Brücke treffen. Okay, der ist nicht interessiert. Können wir reden? Nö. So. Bürgermeister tun nicht gut.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands. Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
Ah, Steuerbetrug. Okay. Okay. Tut mir leid, dass jemand Nummer 1 ist. Wow. Schläge drohen.
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Der kommt doch wieder mit seinen Leuten und bricht mir die Beine. Will ich was haben? Nein. Er war es also nicht. Er wollte auf jeden Fall was. Nee, warte mal. Was wollte ich? Das Zaun, Landfried kommt das zum Schluss. Ricardo. Helfen? Vielleicht noch nicht. Vielleicht. Okay, er weiß nichts darüber.
Kato motioned to the book in front of him.
Das ist ja sein Buch mit Bienen da. Okay. Hey Jazz. Luca. Hank Atomic? Achso, ich hab ein neues Buch, alles klar. Spoilers, oh sorry. LOL. Man kennt's ja. Ich will nicht spoilern, aber... Dieses kleine Detail. Anger from the past, Mr. von... Okay. Okay, wir geben dann Glückskeks-Sprüche. Hey Piper. Sommerferien, okay. Und studierst. Okay, die ist auf sich selbst fokussiert. Okay. Okay, das ist ja mal ordentliches Drama zwischen den beiden. Faules Stück. Da gehen wir hier oben hin. Was sind die denn alle? Ja. Hey, was
Dawn
geht's?
had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
Bauland liefern? Ja. Was Merkwürdiges gesehen? Was für Dinge? Ob ein Weltime-Building? Ich weiß es noch nicht. Okay. Okay. Natürlich arbeitet er für den. Der Junge haben wir schon kennengelernt. Das ist nicht das Problem. Jam Runner. Today wollte was haben.
She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
Ui. Okay. Back in my days. Oh. Ja, ist ja schwierig, ich weiß. Oh, okay, noch eine weitere Entscheidung. Nehmen wir das scheiß Glas ab.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably. Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam. She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
Okay, hallo sagen. Ja, gib Grüße. Okay, den Ellie hat das gekriegt. Gerne noch was? Okay. Er hat keinen Bock. Okay. Okay. Er ist immer noch nervös als Bürgermeister? Naja. Okay, der hat einfach keinen Bock auf seinen Job. So, weiter, die Leute. Hinten irgendwo lang? Nein. Wer war jetzt dran? Halt. Mr. Tolliver. Wo war der denn? Gehen wir hier runter? Vielleicht ist hier unten irgendwo. Ich glaube, da ist mit Tolliver.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples.
Äpfel.
More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Oder wo? Ah!
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Lol.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
Okay, das, ja.
He leaned in a bit further.
Jam.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ja.
He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink. He leaned in for a final whisper.
Okay, warum macht er das? Okay, Junge fragt Sachen. Lol. Was ist hier drin? Ein Video, okay.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Shopper Valentine. Young Shopper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pine. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Shopper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Shopper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Revenue Fund.
Oh, du hast die Mut hart gedroppt. Was, nicht Äpfel. Oh, will der dritte Typ noch was haben? Ja, da.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
Okay. Bestimmt umgekehrt gerade.
Nuncreed snatched the basket from Luca.
Gerade mein Korb geklaut. Oh, der neue. Mensch, ich muss mal umgucken. Ja, läuft. Anchovies oder Pineapple? Das war ein Vergleich. Bist du? 12? Okay. Neue, sehr quirlig. Immer der. Okay.
Beck locked eyes with Luca.
Okay.
The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca von Horn.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Ah, der Junge hat wieder irgendwas erzählt. Ja. Oh je. Friend has been friended. Okay. Okay. Will ich das? Nein, kein Ärger. Nicht mehr als sonst. Wink. Ah, Helikoptereltern. Okay. Okay, das war merkwürdig. So. Na gut, gehen wir so back. Ah, es ist ein bisschen komisch da gerade. Kann man ein bisschen drehen. Wie gedreht. Besser. Wer bist du denn? Ah, geh auf. Okay. Ist der Hausmeister hier oder was? Was ist Main? Okay.
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
Brown Banana? Okay. Sind eine Aussage, die wieder, naja. Die will man nicht weiter vertiefen. Bienen!
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
Keine Bienen mehr. Okay. So, Okay. Harris und Gas. Moment. Kurz mal meinen Fuß drunter klemmen. So, besser. Was ist Rollo? Nein. Pretty boring. Pretty much. Wow, okay. Der neue. Gleich wieder zu viele Fragen. Okay. Will ich gar nicht wissen. Sieht's mal a nude. Okay.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Okay.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates.
Einmal verrutscht. Moment. Krink.
Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
Ja, sag mal was ich. Großmutter. Manier, ne? Oh, der ist auch unter das gelandet.
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence. Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes. Luca wiped his face with his sleeve. Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Ouch. Oh Gott, die wird wahrscheinlich auch noch mit der Firma, nicht der Firma, in diesem Warenhaus zu tun haben. Deep Engineering. Na. So, Entschuldigung, was gefragt.
Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
Das klingt so, als wenn nicht was nicht gut dabei rausgekommen.
Beck slammed her fist into the table. Perhaps harder than she intended. Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds. Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Das again. Huh. Okay.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually. Probably.
Okay. Wir fangen mal. Was will ich nehmen? Ich will mal Rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder. Luca surveyed the roiling clouds. At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Na toll. Haben gewartet. Also nicht gehen. So, gucken wir uns mal so um. Things, nochmal things.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
Gum.
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look. Luca wiped his
Ugh.
hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh. Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet. Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
Das noch? Schocks. Noch irgendwas? Und vielleicht?
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Punched.
He flipped open the attached card.
Von Crush Rock. Okay, du musst sagen. viel umgezogen. Okay. Ha.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window. Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
Ignorieren, aussparen und dann auskotzen.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Okay, hört direkt so niemand.
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
Das kam ganz tief.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up. As abruptly as it began, the storm abated. Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
Moment. Sekunden. Wie so an? Hast du mal ausgemacht? Nein, ich rede vom... Gut. So, nächstes Kapitel.
Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
So, jetzt sind wir zurück. Jetzt kommt... Oh, hast du was rausgefunden? Oh Gott, finde ich gut. Noch mehr Shit in der Stadt. Warum ist Kleinstadt aber so viel Müll? Ach, das ist das Treehouse, genau, auf der anderen Seite. Lalalala. Was ist hier noch hier? Meet his old friend's eyes. Also, die ist im Lesen beschäftigt. Okay. Wieder so einer, der wieder ziemlich viel Mist machen will. Oder zumindest irgendwas Schilde führt. So, das Treehouse.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times.
Er ist beleidigt.
And it always meant one thing. Rollo scoffed.
Oh Gott. Ich bin jetzt schnell beleidigt.
Lucas stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Oh yeah. What the hell's a bag? Gott, bist du beleidigt.
Luca became instinctively angry in response.
Soll er sich freaken gehen?
Both boys were now shouting across the distance. Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
It's a high kick.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line, but it was too late.
Mann. Ah,
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
ein Ball. Ah, abreagieren. God damn it.
Gran cooed gently from the hallway. Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Oh je, oh je, oh je. Jetzt runtergehen? Okay, nicht. Gucken wir mal weiter rum. Will ich runtergehen? Alles klar. Wo ist denn?
Luca dozed off again.
Wie viel wird da noch halt rumliegen?
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Geht jetzt doch raus. Na gut. Runterstoßen? Ja.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic. Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Ah, Bank ist da.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness.
So, pass auf.
the source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him, older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun. Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus. Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Ah ja, das will ich so sagen. Okay. Entscheidung.
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
Ach, ich bin entschuldigen. Da kannst du mich mal geschworen. Nein.
Luca took a deep breath. Chapter 6. Through Thick and Thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding.
Weißt du, das Kapitel, Verlauf so
If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Gehen wir mal. Ah, die wieder. Ah!
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head. Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Das muss so einfach. Hier was das Festival. Sag mal hallo. Ja, wieder. Ich glaube, die Chemiefabrik hat da ziemlich viel Dreck verursacht. Hab ich zugehört. Komm. Nur die ärgern alles da. Okay. Also die wieder. Die hier. Warte mal, irgendwelche Shit. Das ist nicht gut. Leseratte. Los, weg! Hier hinten ist nichts. Okay, was ist da drin los?
Kato's eyes lit with excitement.
Okay, hab gewartet. Oh, das war ja zufällig hier.
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing. Luca eagerly.
Okay. Ja, gucken.
There were rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Cool.
Luca grabbed the 5 pillars of success from the shelf.
Schauen wir uns mal an, was richtig ist. Issues, okay.
Luca grabbed the 5 pillars of success. Luca grabbed The Issue with Self-Help, a helpful guide, from the shelf.
Fass.
Luca grabbed 500 meals for one big pot from...
Nope.
Luca grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf.
Negativ.
Luca grabbed The Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf.
Au.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf.
Könnte es
Luca
sein?
grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Das ist Richtige. Natürlich ist das. Wir sind solche Nerds.
Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed: The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5. Luca clicked his tongue with recognition. Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word. He continued flipping.
Card?
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
Okay. Diese Schlüsseljagd. Wo ist hier unten der Stand? Das? Ja. Hey, Griffin.
Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog. Luca shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yuck.
Luca tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Ew.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
Pick up ist wieder Pep.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
Okay. Ich weiß gerade nicht wohin. Aber wahrscheinlich richtig.
Lumi waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
Flight to fight, okay. Card. Ballon? Da ist er ja.
Rollo sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
Oh je, oh je.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Okay, das war irgendwie... da hätte ich mal richtig entschuldigt dafür. Ja, das war Alibi-Entschuldigung. Junge, du nervst. Nein, war gemein. Geh mal erstmal Back besuchen. Der muss mitkommen. Jo, Back. What's geht? Oder nicht? Also zum Treehouse. Treehouses. So, dann gucken wir mal, was Back noch da ist. Zumindest mal da sein wird. Was? Ah, cool, da steht alles klar. Will man angeln gehen? Na gut. Auf zur Leiter.
Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter. Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried everything I've done. I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran. Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder. Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
Der Branch ist ganz schön lang.
Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
What?
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
Whoa! Okay. What the hell? Okay,
A shock
nice
wave of
side.
cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice.
What the hell?
Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end.
Okay.
No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Okay, das war anders. Holy hell. Okay. Wenn wir in die Richtung gehen. Oder in die Richtung. Gehen wir in die Richtung weiter. So, Flucht.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Okay, war auch schon ein bisschen merkwürdig.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
So, kann jetzt verschwinden.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Huh?
Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Warum ist hier überall Eis? Was ist in den Bergen? Okay. How do I home?
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
Manhole cover? Okay. Okay, darum wird wir wahrscheinlich später kümmern. Hier lang? Oh, Sheep. Nein. 258 Grad Kelvin. Das ist fast Nullpunkt, oder? Nee, auf jeden Fall arschkalt. Da muss man umrechnen. Moment, das rechne ich mal um. Gut. Kelvin. Grad Celsius. Wir haben hier 258. Minus 15 Grad. Oh, hallo, hallo. Hallo, Enonia. Schönen guten Abend. Einen wunderschönen. So, okay. Und vielen Dank. Vielen Dank. Wie geht's dir denn? Okay, so eine Kontrolle. Also ist die Eiszeit nur in einer bestimmten Höhe? Ist gerade nach Hause gekommen oder woran lag's? Nach Hause geht's gut. Ich habe morgen frei. Chaos hat Urlaub. Ich mache das hier jetzt. Bin gerade etwas entsetzt, was sich das ja entwickelt hat. Aber ja. Alles gut. Jetzt geht's los. Okay, das ist das Schild, das Stadtschild. Wir sind nicht im Bergen oben. Wir sind genau da, wo wir sein sollten. Ah, okay. Ja, Frühstück auch. Das Spiel ist fast sehr faszinierend. Ich würde sagen. Schnee. Pomp. Da ist es.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
Ja, mal gucken. Weiß ich nicht genau. Bin nicht ganz klar. Das kann das normal. Okay, ich gehe mal nach Hause.
Luca
Okay.
had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Okay.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation. With a resigned sigh, Luca responded,
Lass lieber.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Okay. Ich kann mich an das hier nicht erinnern. Das ist komisch. Was sind wir denn hier? Okay, wir gehen in die andere Richtung. Will ich irgendwann zu Hause sein? Gut, gehen wir zur Stadt. Ah, das ist die andere Seite. Nee, das ist die Stadt. Moment, wo ist der Zaun her? What? Hä? I don't get it.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Wie lange war ich denn... Was? Ich verstehe es nicht. Wie lange war ich denn weg? Zeitreise oder sowas? Oh, ich muss noch was zurück. Hier ist das Stadtgebiet, das Stadtsymbol. Okay. Warte. Ja, hier. Okay. Bin verwirrt. Okay, hier haben wir die Stadt. Sie ist vollkommen zerstört.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Weil der Zaun noch vorher noch nicht da. Wir können die gar nicht gebaut haben. Da ist irgendwas ganz Merkwürdiges passiert. Oder? Moment. Warte mal. Hier ist die Brücke. Hier müsste
The
das...
crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Alles weg. Okay. Okay, der Junge gibt auf. Schade.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt. Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Oh je.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence.
Ich bin ganz sicher, ob es selbe Ecke der Stadt ist, weil das Gebäude da da rechts ist ja anders.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Ach, Katzi. So das Ding hier kaputt. Moment. Den ja. So, nicht perfekt, aber hilft das mal. Katzi liegt über dem Rechter.
Iggy shrugged.
Ja, die sind die meisten Bullies. Nicht alle, aber es gibt schon einige, die so sind.
Iggy now wept openly. He wiped his nose with a sleeve. Luca gave a warm chuckle. Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes. Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
Steh! Ja, super.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut. That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more. The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise.
Alles klar.
With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the...
Jemand leben?
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively. Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower. Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor. When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
Beleidigt? Friend. Sauer?
Iggy huffed with gratification. Nat began to turn away indifferently. Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Hört er keinen Bock?
Realizing he'd worn their patience thin, Nat relented. Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes. Nat took a deep breath in. Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers. For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
Oh, ist das true? Beacon? Was? Gib mehr Kontext, bitte. Ist er Replika? Hä?
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered, Luca began to laugh uncomfortably. He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation.
Ich würde erklären, warum ich nach Hause nicht finde.
With a sudden pain, a thought struck him. He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Okay.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived.
Wo ist he arrived?
He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle.
Okay.
Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
Was soll das sein?
Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth.
Das Treehouse.
He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips. There was no reply, just snow-covered silence. Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave. Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Ah, nicht gut. Wer ist es denn? Ah, die wieder.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Okay. Warum gehst du so?
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs. Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Horse ass. Ach, Katze.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Okay, warte.
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckle.
Okay, da muss irgendwo eine Grenze sein, wenn das wirklich die Stadt verlegt wurde. Ah, ja, wieder.
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Gut, auf zu The Source. Wo immer The Source ist. Geh zurück zur Stadt. Was wirklich ist.
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid. Luca rolled his eyes with realization. Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Hallo, wieder da. Ciao, hallo, wieder zurück. Oh.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Okay. Wo ist die Grenze? Wo ist die Stadtgrenze? Macht keinen Sinn. Okay. Okay. Denn letztens, am Anfang hieß es ja, dass dieses Gebäude neu gemacht wurde. Jetzt wissen wir auch, warum es wurde nicht neu gemacht. Oder einfach anders hingestellt. Guckt. Okay. Wollen wir rein? Nein. Mal umsehen, bevor ich da reingehe. Hör uns ganz normal an.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Okay, er wieder.
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation. Kerr scratched the back of his head. His face contorted into a saccharine
Okay,
grin.
jemand anderes liegt dahinter.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Okay.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance. Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Natürlich nicht.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Fängt an
After a long
schwitzen.
pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration. Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air. With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh je. Oh, das ist kein guter Gesichtsausdruck.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Wow, okay.
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat. Mr. Kerr gasped with insult. With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody. Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack. Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
Oh yeah.
Every muscle in Luca's body burned. Luca felt his hand slipping. A calm settled over Iggy's face. Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Yeah. Okay, ich muss entscheiden. God damn it! Warum muss ich entscheiden? Okay. So.
Luca had no choice but to
Ja.
accept Iggy's request.
Musst du dich entscheiden. Kannst du miteinander, ist kein Problem, aber
With a quiet
ja.
blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void.
Ich glaube, das ist trotzdem kein gutes
As
Ende.
his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy. The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Und ich fertig. Das ist nicht gut. Wow. Okay, ist noch Zeit reißen. Ja. Organic Case, okay.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Warum ich?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Okay. I am the chosen one
Nat turned
again.
and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
Wenn ich jetzt
To
wissen,
be
was hier los ist.
continued in
Was?
Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
Willst du mich verarschen? Das mache ich absichtlich.
Revenge served cold.
Hast du es jetzt?
Second time's a charm?
Das ist albern.
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Ja.
I was even starting to like Iggy.
God damn it.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay. Andere Richtung. Wir können das hier noch machen. Oder haben wir jetzt einen anderen Abzweig freigeschaltet? Drüben. Hier unten nicht. Okay, letztes Mal habe ich den hier gemacht. Jetzt machen wir den hier. Und zwar mit dem, indem wir da bleiben. So.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops. Luca stopped himself mid-sentence.
Okay, diesmal kein Regen. Diesmal gehen wir direkt hin.
Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate.
Würde ich sagen.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Ah, langsam. Okay. Ich wollte noch zum Baumhaus. Ach, er wieder. Ich bin gespannt, wie das Ganze noch ausspielt.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Okay, okay, ich bin auch nur eine Rolle.
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Hallo, Großmutter. Oh je.
A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand. Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask. Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
Okay.
Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
Fast. Ups. Okay, Großmutter wird nicht so großartig sein. Ja.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Ja, bis gleich. Aber brauchen ja auch nicht allzu lange. Kann sein, dass ich da auch schon weg bin.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
Ach, Katzi.
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped. The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility.
Jo, klar. Ich werde noch ein paar Minuten da sein. Aber wie gesagt, doch, wir sehen uns bestimmt die Tage.
Then broke into laughter as they walked away.
So, wir gehen weiter. Gehen noch zum Bauhaus. Und dann geht's wahrscheinlich dann erstmal Schluss für heute. Halt. Die haben schon verabschiedet. Machen da irgendwas? Das ist nice. Okay, also, ja. Wir machen dies hier jetzt erstmal Schluss. Ich bin jetzt halt schon oben und ich bin gerade wirklich müde. Aber wir machen, wie gesagt, auf jeden Fall Tage weiter. Weil ich habe das Gefühl, dass wenn ich jetzt weitermache, wird das wahrscheinlich ein sehr langer Dialog. Den machen wir nächstes Mal. Jan? Gut, meine Damen und Herren. Das war auf jeden Fall sehr spannend und sehr verwirrend. Wir sehen uns die Tage wieder. Ich weiß nicht, morgen war theoretisch vorgesehen. Ich weiß es aber noch nicht. Wir werden sehen. Also sehen wir uns morgen. Hau rein. Ciao, ciao.